One love to the humble, one love to the humble, one love to the humble. May grace and peace be multiplied unto you. I hope everything in your life is going well right now. And if it's not going well, I hope it soon starts to go in the right direction. Uh, as you get older, your health is going to change, but I just hope that you can do the best you can to maintain your health as best as possible. Just do what you got to do to try to stay as healthy as you can for as long as you can, and that's all you really can do. And so everything's gonna be all right if you can do the best you can. You know, I've been thinking about this for a while. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is this right here, man. You know, we as a black community, man, we're really. I mean, I don't know if people really thought about it, but like, man, we really doing bad, man. Like, we are really in bad shape. And and the thing about it, man, it's hard to really convey this message over to a lot of us because our minds have been indoctrinated in a way that has put us in a position where we cannot accept criticism. We can't even see where we wrong. That's how indoctrinated we have become. And a person that can't see no wrong is a person that cannot accept accountability. That is a person that will never ever improve in life. They will always be in the same place for life. I mean, I don't care. I'm not talking about because you got a new job and you making money. That's not gonna last long because the higher you go up, the environment is gonna change. The people you're around gonna change. The type of people you're around gonna change. The more money you make, you're gonna be around different type of people, and you're not gonna be able to act the same type of way. You know what I'm saying? Because it just is not conducive to the environment. It's not gonna be to your benefit. It don't mean you a bootlicker like we try to say. Like that's just something. Calling people names for changing, especially calling black people names for changing, is pretty much saying you're not. I don't want you to grow. I don't want you to reach a certain level. I don't want you to be better. I want you to continue to be the bottom of the barrel. Because anytime you improve, then you lose your black identity if you improve yourself and try to be a better person. That's what we do to each other all the time. And I can't wrap my mind around it. Like I tried. I tried to see like what it is. Why can't I convince other people to change their ways? Why is it that it always got to be like pulling teeth when talking to black people? Not all, but the ones who got the most influence. Because we like human nature is to like negativity, and we love negativity, right? It's just strange to me. Like when you try to show somebody a way to improve, you now become Uncle Tom, and that ain't even the right person that you be going after. But they call you all these names because you want to be better, you want to speak better, you want to live better, you want a better life for your children. But somehow you got to maintain this so-called black identity, which is very detrimental. Maintaining that mindset because we don't have the right mindset. We taking on something that we ain't never experienced. See, we going by the people of the past. What they did back then, they had a right to do because they were going through something back then that we're not experiencing today, but we steadily living in that environment. I know you're saying, well, that ain't what the title say. Why you ain't getting to the point? I'm gonna get to the point. Or just click away, scroll on if you think I'm taking too long. This ain't for you. But the thing about it is, man, those people back then fought for something that was really going on. Anything going on now is in our mind. And I mean, man, I hate to say it, but I got in my family, it's divided on these. When I listen to people and I say the things I say, I know we're not in agreement, and that's okay because I used to be like the same person that was into that. whole pro-black mindset. I'm still in a way, but the way I do it now is very different than what I used to do because I used to avoid the facts. But now I'm pro-black in a way that I want to help you, help those who don't know what they are going on the wrong path. I can't change your mind, but you got to look at it for yourself and say, okay, I'm gonna go look this up for myself. And once you start looking for yourself, then you start seeing. Cause see, it'd be a time where I just went off how I felt about something, not what I knew. But when I started looking at what I knew, I realized then that I was going the wrong direction because the numbers don't lie. But we like to pretend like none of this stuff is real. None of the numbers are real. Nothing is real. It's all made up because they hate me. That's coping. But let me get to the point. I've been watching some crazy stuff on social media. One of the things I saw was black pastors in the church. They're supposed to be preaching the Bible. It's talking about Charlie Kirk personally. I can understand if you gave an overview, like you know how you felt about it, not giving your personal opinion on it, but you just spoke in a general way where nobody knew what side you was on. You just spoke it in general. But no, that ain't happening. These people were very specific, and these are church people. These are people that's very religious, supposed to be Christians. And one thing I know, if I don't know nothing else, I know the Bible. I know the Bible, and I know what the Bible's message is. I know what the Bible stands for. I understand that 100%. I also know when it comes to the hotel community, I understand that too because I studied there. I got books on it. I studied all of this stuff. I don't come on this thing and just talk out the side of my neck, whether you agree with me or not. And I don't give no personal position on which way I go, which way I stand, which side I'm on. I don't do that. I speak from a neutral perspective. You'll never know about my personal views unless you see me out in the public engaging in something. But other than that, I keep it neutral when I come to speaking about black people. And it become a time where you might see me out there doing some stuff like that. You know where I stand. But no matter where I stand, as far as my religious beliefs or whatever, the point is I stand on truth for black people. And I want more black people to understand that they are going on the wrong path. And with me saying that, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share this video with all your friends. Because this is something that all of us need to know. You know what I'm saying? I don't charge you nothing. I'm thinking about starting a membership. I don't even know. But if I do, Trade A, I'm gonna have to get Trade A like you're gonna have to get a free membership just because Trade A is always active and doing things with me and sending me suggestions and things like that. But anyway, let me get to the point of this video. I had to get an introduction because it's crazy out here right now. I'm looking at black people that get this mad at what Charlie Kirk said. Black people out here mad at Charlie Kirk. What they mad at Charlie Kirk about? Because he said some things about black people. Now this is conversations I have with people in my face-to-face conversation that I have. Oh, he said some derogatory things. He said some things about black people. See, but what the problem is, the things he said it triggered them emotionally. So my question was, what did he say that was not true? They didn't even know. They don't even know what's true about black people. They have no clue what the stats say. There's a website called blackdemographics.com. If you hear the wind blowing, I apologize. But the wind is blowing. It's been blowing like for the last 2 weeks steady. And if it's getting on the mic, I'm sorry for that. I just want to be outside and free and record outside. I'm sorry about that. But they don't even know what he stand. They don't even know what blackdemographics.com is. And blackdemographics.com has all of the stats on black people. And it's black people that run this site, and they're the ones who put together these stats. If you don't want to believe the other places because you say it's ran by white folks, then you can go look at blackdemographics.com and see what we really got going on in our community. Man, I mean, this ain't about me hating black folks. This is just the reality of what we got going on. And somebody gonna say, well, what about this race? And what about that race? What about it? Why am I concerning myself with what is going on with other races when right here at home is all screwed up? Why am I going over there to clean this man's house when my house is dirty? I gotta clean my own house. But we tend to want to deflect over and worry about what everybody else doing instead of cleaning up our own. That makes sense? No, of course it don't make no sense. But people mad at this man for what he said, and people are losing their jobs. People are just out here just wilding out because of their feelings got hurt. If you didn't like what he said, why did you listen? Why did you continue to listen to it? Why did you continue to tune in? If something I don't like that somebody's saying, I'm not gonna listen to it. But people, we like to just engage in things that we know gonna trigger us, and we get involved anyway. And the only reason why you triggered is because you've never been told the truth. And then when somebody said that's not your skin, even if they are your skin color, you're gonna call if they look like you, you're gonna call them a bootlicker, a sambo, and all the derogatory names you can think of. If they don't look like you call them a racist. So nobody can correct black people at all. So black people are the ones who gonna stay at the bottom because they can't be corrected. You can't say nothing to them. They are entitled, and as soon as you say something to them, everything goes wrong. You can't say nothing to them. So what is going to make the black community better if we can't be told what we wrong at? And we always got to be told some accolades, or we always got to be told something that make us feel good and all of that. Because something that happened before something that went down before your great for most of y'all great grandparents didn't even experience. But yet you think you got some type of information on something that happened 400-500 years ago, or probably longer than that. You think you got some type of information on something that happened 500 years ago. You think you know what it is, and you was living in that time frame when all other races are living in the present, and you wonder why you can't get nothing accomplished because you 400 years behind mentally, because you still thinking about what went down 400 years ago. You still in that zone. We still in 1960s living in that world. Though they did what they did for that time. What are we going to do today? Today we got all the opportunities, all the resources, everything that them guys and women, those women and men fought for, you got it today. Yet we still complaining when we should be building. But we see a word about something that Charlie Kirk said, and people losing their jobs and losing their careers over negative comments they putting online about this man. They don't even know what this man was about, most of them. They probably heard one or two viral clips and they think they know him. They never watched the whole thing. That's another thing we do in this community. We watch a couple of clips and think we know something. The same thing happened with Kevin Samuels. People never went to his channel and watched his videos. They watched the clips and got in their feelings over a clip. What happened to doing research? Are they not teaching that in school anymore? What happened to going back and say, let me go and check this out and do my research? Let me watch let me watch about 30 videos of this, and then I can get a better understanding of what he stands for, where he's coming from. What happened to doing that? But now it's just a viral clip go out, and now I'm upset because of that clip. This is what we do as black people, and not just black people do it, but I'm talking specifically to black people, even though a lot of other people do it, but right now I'm talking to black folks. I want to see black people do better because I know it's in us to do better, but yet we get caught up in these emotional things every year, all the time, every day. We don't sit there and look at the reality. We go by what we feel. Man, what we feel is not gonna work. You gotta look at what's real, man. When is that gonna happen? Charlie Kirk ain't got nothing to do with the problems in the black community. He didn't start those problems. At this point in 2025, black people's problems are because of black folks at this point. It's no one else we can put the finger and the blame. We done played that, we done wore that blame game out. We done wore that everybody races out. Nobody wants to hear that anymore. Nobody wants to hear it. That's why you see people talk about black fatigue. They tired of seeing us wilding out. Even if everybody else is doing it, we done cried wolf for too long. We done cried wolf for too long. Remember the story of the boy who cried wolf? We done cried wolf for too long. Nobody wants to hear it now. Nobody's gonna believe it when it happens because we done played that card so many times. Nobody wants to hear it when we really in trouble. Nobody cares. When are we gonna stop doing it and just start progressing and growing and stop complaining and just move on with life and grow? Some people gonna get it. Some of us are gonna do it and change the situation and grow. And the rest of us are gonna stay at the bottom, continue to complain, thinking that somebody is an invisible person is holding you down because you don't qualify and you don't meet the standard. So instead of facing the fact that I need to improve, I just blame it on somebody else. That's what's happening, man. Leave Charlie Kirk alone. Hey, man, rest in peace. And y'all just improve yourselves and stop blaming everybody else for your problems. They're not your problems. The problem is the person you look at in the mirror every single day. Y'all take care.